attendance in this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tungawan. So let's proceed to Mabuhay District. Tungawan District. Tapos na po ba? Mabuhay.
Ano lang, 400.
Okay, so how about Naga District? Naga District. Okay, let's proceed to CI District.
Blessed Wednesday, everyone. Sir, 4 participants of CI District are already in the platform, and all school heads are joining via shared screen through the Central School Principal. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Watton. Now, how about from Imelda District?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. For Imelda East District, we have 3 participants. One from Balugo Elementary School, Dr. Lucina Balat. And for I.T.O, it is represented by Mr. Papias Jaime. For Imelda West District, may I request Dr. Yurag, the OIC District in charge of Imelda West District, to present the participants.
Good morning po. For Imelda West District, 3 participants are already in the virtual room. One from Imelda ICS OIC and San Jose Elementary School for Non-Central. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Dennis, and the other one, DIC in Imelda District. So, Talusan.
Good morning, Sir Lloyd. Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
For Talusan, we are now complete in the virtual room, the IOS, the central and the non-central and other school heads is now watching for their live stream. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's get back to Mabuhay District. Mabuhay. Okay, how about Naga District?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning
For
po,
Naga
ma'am.
District, we have composed of District 1, 2, and 3. All participants are present. So we have District 1, Dr. Myra Laronal with Dr. Molby Nieto and Sir Laure Rolando. For District 2, myself. Then we have Merlita Batulan and Mila Bagundol. For District 3, we have Dr. Narciso Agbona with Dr. Joanne Melrose, Elnas, and Tony Sabanal. So thank you, sir. And the rest of the school heads are on the live stream as of this time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Onito. Let's get back to Mabuhay. Mabuhay District. Mabuhay District po. Okay, so once again, let us acknowledge the presence of our Schools Division Superintendent in this virtual room, Dr. Jeneline A. Aliman, and of course, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Aurelio Santisas. Are you in, sir? Nandito na po ba kayo sa ating virtual room?
Present.
Ay, okay. Thank you very much, sir. Our Chief of the SGOD, Sir Jerry, and Ma'am Evelyn F. Importante for the CID, our supervisors, education program supervisors. So I guess we are all complete in this virtual room, and in just a few seconds, we will start our program. And I will give the floor now to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Aurelio A. Santisas, for call to order. Sir?
Thank you. Thank you, Lloyd. A pleasant morning. My warm morning greetings to all our dynamic
Good morning,
leader,
sir.
Schools Division Superintendent. Good morning to our chiefs of GOD, Sir Jerry, CID, Ma'am Evelyn, all education program supervisors, all heads of units and sections in the division office proper, to our beloved public schools district supervisors, district in charge, to the school heads of there are from 16, we are now 26 districts. So once again, good morning to the 26 district heads, to the 26 IU principals or school heads of IUs and central schools and non-central schools, and all others present in this virtual room. And I'd like also to greet all our participants, school heads now, and teachers who are listening to us right now through the live stream via Microsoft Teams. Good morning, mayong buntag sa tanan. Assalamualaikum.
Morning, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So,
Morning.
Morning, sir.
thank you so much, Sir Lloyd, for calling for the roll call. I guess everyone who are expected to be present in this fourth DIMANCOM are now in the virtual room. So, with the authority, by virtue of the authority vested in me to be the moderator, I now declare, I hereby call or have this fourth Division Management Committee meeting now in order. No? It's now called to order. May I now request our secretariat to facilitate
Virtue of the authority vested in me to be the
opening preliminaries.
Okay. Ako pa, sir. Okay, so once again, my highest respect to our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Jeneline A. Aliman, CESO 6, to our very kind ASTS, Dr. Aurelio A. Santisas, to our two chiefs, Dr. Jerry Bokingkito for the SGOD, and Ma'am Evelyn F. Importante for the CID, education program supervisors, division section heads and personnel, public schools district supervisors, district in charge, school heads in the elementary and the IUs, regular members of the DIMANCOM, teachers, a pleasant morning to each and everyone. Nowadays, virtual events have gone from being a niche virtual industry to being a part of the mainstream world. In these challenging times, which is the new normal scenario, health safety is still a major concern. The pandemic is not over yet. We regret that this prevented us from holding a face-to-face conference because it is the top priority of the office to take care of the health of the attendees. And so, the safest option is to go digital. We continue to hold virtual conferences because we believe that this would result in attracting a wide spectrum of attendees, thus enabling you to take part in the meeting remotely without any geographical boundaries and keeping you safe from any health implications. So today, I now welcome you all to this fourth virtual Division Management Committee meeting. To begin with, Let us observe proper decorum as we pay respect to the national anthem to be played via multimedia. And this will be followed by an invocation and the Zamboanga Sibugay hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, ewas ang silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y bumay. Lupang binirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tunog sa simoy at sa langit mo bagaw, ay hinagang tulakawin sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang kang matawag mo'y tagumpay na nagkikinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may magdidinig. Lumalang araw ng warhabit pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay manamit, ang pamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Kulay sound, Jay.
I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you.
Wala gihapon, Jay.
I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you. In all the lovely things so fine and true.
Lloyd?
Yes, sir po.
Oh, what happened?
I guess our preliminaries experience technical glitch. So, Sir Jekyll is now presenting our prayer to multimedia. Sir Jake, there's no sound.
Blessed, my Lord, can see you in all the lovely things so fine and true. I see you in the beauty of the flowers and the rain. I see you between the lines of a sweet refrain. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you even when I'm lonely and in pain. I see you in the beauty of the stars at night. I see you in my life, I feel alright. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray.
Lloyd?
Sir, so we will just proceed to ano na lang?
Lloyd,
Pray.
we request if si Ma'am Rose, Dr. Rose Jicaris is around, may we request for the prayer, and Ma'am isabay na diha for the pamansang awit, Ma'am Grace. Para maka-start na ta, urag kuha naman. Lloyd, wala pa rin. Kuyog mo nilang kuhain.
Okay, sir. Ako na lang po.
Sige Lloyd, sige Lloyd.
Alright, so let us start our day with a prayer. Let us pause for a while. In the name of the Father, the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. As we go in prayer, let us also include in our prayers for peace in Afghanistan. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion and allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace, Lord God, as we make decisions that might affect each one of us, and continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplished, is for the pursuit of truths and the greater glory of you, and for the service of humanity. We ask this in your name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, requesting everyone to open your microphones and let's sing together with fervor the pambansang awit. Bayang magiliw, bayang
Hayang
magiliw,
First season,
maghanap
sa dibdib
Bundok sa sinoy at sa langit mo, ilagang ulat at kapagsayaman,
Kindly put off your microphones. Thank you.
All right. At this time, to formally welcome us in this virtual conference, and as well as to give the relevant and significant purpose of this meeting, please welcome the SGOD Chief, Dr. Jerry C. Bukengkito. A virtual applause.
Thank you very much, Sir Lloyd. Innovative and proactive Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Dylan A. Aleman, CESO 6, to our supportive and very approachable Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Aurelio A. Santisas, to the Chief of the CID, Ma'am Evelyn Importante, to all the education program supervisors, the senior education program supervisors, education program specialists, to our accountant, Mary Bennett Lagruma, our budget officer, Eileen Mascarinia, all teachers and others who are present in this virtual room. Once again, a pleasant morning to all of us. We have to thank God for giving us this opportunity again to convene in this virtual room because this is only opportunity that we can mitigate the effect or the contamination of our enemy this time. So as I've been articulating in the past, the DIMANCOMs that we have, this gathering is giving us opportunity to listen to the different updates of or different sections that would have great relationship with how we operate in our schools and confident. As we pursue the implementation of our respective plans according to the mandates of our position and of course for the good of all our learners. So today we shall be hearing different updates, new policies issued by the central office, and some are being customized in our division to make it more operational and feasible according to the different unique situations that our division and our schools are facing. So we hope that each one is in his or her very comfortable position right now, so we can clearly absorb the information to be disseminated in this forum. So with this, on behalf of our Schools Division Superintendent, I warmly welcome you all in this 4th Division Management Committee meeting. Thank you, Sir Lloyd.
Thank you very much, Sir Jerry. Now let's proceed to properly account and ensure the attendance of the participants. Let us now call on the SGOD Education Program Supervisor, Sir Rosmundo L. Ucheta Jr.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sir Lloyd. Good morning, everyone, especially to Ma'am Jeneline, our superintendent, Sir Ado, our assistant superintendent, our chiefs, Sir Jerry and Ma'am Evelyn, all education program supervisors, and all the attendees of this 4th DIMANCOM conference or meeting. Mayong buntag ug manghinaot mi nga you are all safe in your respective venues right now. Before we start this, the preliminaries of this conference, we checked the attendance already of the different districts, and this time we will check it again, but at the same time, we are going to have the photo opportunity or the picture taking. So I would like to request Sir Jekyll or his staff to please take the picture of our participants as I call them by district. So for now, I would like to request Sir Ado and Ma'am Janeline, Sir Jerry and Ma'am Evelyn, if possible, to stay on open camera while the rest of the participants will momentarily uh, close their camera so that we will only have the camera open for those districts or participants of the districts that I'm going to call. So again, si Sir Ado, si Ma'am Jen, si Ma'am Evelyn, si Sir Jerry to open, and the rest, please close your camera. And I would like to start now calling our participants to open the camera of the participants from Alicia District.
Microphone manoon, ginoo.
It would be nice if we only have participants from Alicia District to open their camera. And so I will no longer call the participants of the Alicia, but I would like to request again the district supervisor of the municipal district. Municipal, we call it municipal. I'm referring to the original district because as I've learned during the attendance check kanina, mura og kompleto man tatanan. So just update us if in case na ideally present. But for the picture alone, I think this will already serve as the attendance checking. So may I request again, Alicia, to open your camera. Participants from Alicia with Sir Jerry, Ma'am Evelyn, and our superintendent, our assistant superintendent. Okay, Sir Jekyll, our staff. Okay, so Ma'am Jen, Sir Ads, these are our participants from Alicia District. I think Ipil is open.
Artilip is also open.
Artilip is also open. So my request again, yes, thank you very much, Hope, Ma'am Neng. This is for Alicia District pa, ma'am. Okay, sige lang.
Good morning, Alicia District.
Okay, kaway-kaway naman, participants from Alicia District. Kaway-kaway naman dyan, Alicia. Okay, with ma'am. Mayang. Okay,
Mamayang. Ako nakita si Mamayang.
Yan,
nasa
Mayang. Join
yes.
with Ma'am Irma Onabia. Okay? So, thank you.
Mamayang. Hello, Mamayang.
Okay. So, then let's proceed to, before going to Buog, let's have the Island District first. Let's start with Talusan. Sir Castro. So please open your camera now.
We are complete. One I.T.O, one central, one non-central, and yours truly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sir Kuya Joseph.
May I request Talusan participants to please open your camera. Okay. Okay.
Morning.
Yes.
Sir, ma'am. Welcome.
Okay. Sige, kaway-kaway, Alicia. I mean, Talusan District participants. Sir Joseph. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's proceed to Olotanga District. Olotanga participants with Ma'am Josen. Yan, Ma'am Josen. With the rest of the participants from Olotanga, please open your camera. And please, kaway-kaway, konti. Yes, okay. Thank you very much. Olotanga District participants. Thank you. You may close now your camera. Let's proceed to Mabuhay District participants. Mabuhay District.
Sir Kalonghe, good morning.
Okay, Sir Kalonghe with the rest of the school heads now in the district. And these are our participants from Mabuhay. Pero Ma'am Neng, gumanda, still open. Si Ma'am Malabad po, open ang iyang camera. Okay, si Ma'am Lilia Unito po, open pa ang camera. Okay, thank you very much. Before we proceed, I would like to request again the rest of the participants nga wala pagitawag to please close your camera. So let's go now to Bukog District. Bukog District.
Sige. Ma'am Selvi, good morning. Sir Benedict. Morning, sir.
To request Sir Jerry to adjust his camera kay half lang ang makita nimo, Sir Jerry.
Good morning, sir.
Yan, the beautiful handsome faces of our Bukog District participants.
Wala sila naman.
Okay, thank you. Sir Jason from Paya, please put off your camera. Okay, thank you very much, participants. Let's proceed to...
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Sil. Okay, let's proceed to Malangas District. Malangas District participants, please open your camera. Ma'am Melanie, thank you. Si Ma'am Michelle is here. Sir Janelle is there. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ma'am Tapping. We're looking for Ma'am Michelle. Ma'am Michelle. Yes, Michelle. Okay, thank you very much.
Hi, Ma'am Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much. Now, let's have the Plahan District. Thank you, Malangas. The Plahan District, please open your camera. The Plahan with Sir Bal Pugoso, with Sir Arkelita, Buddy, and who else from Ma'am Jocelyn Basera? Who else from the Plahan? Sir.
Good morning.
Please check later, Sir Pogiha, kung kumpleto ba sila. Okay, so thank you very much.
Sure.
Kompleto, sir. Kompleto, sir.
Yeah, the Plahan District participant.
Kompleto on the plan.
Okay, you may close now your camera. Ayan, nandyan si Ma'am Elizabeth Rimotigin. Let's proceed to Imelda participants. Imelda District participants, please open your camera. Sir Dennis. And the other ones, Ma'am Tutor. Yan. Thank you. Ma'am Balat is there.
Morning.
Okay. Ma'am Bridget Tubat is there without...
Ma'am Lizena. Wala.
Okay. Sir Dennis. Wala nakagawa si Sir Dennis.
You will request Sir Renato to please close his camera.
Sir Saavedra, please. Ma'am Neng, pwede ma-close imong camera, Ma'am Neng. Sir Saavedra, i-close sa imong camera, sir. Okay, so thank you very much. Yan, si Sir Dennis Silva.
Sir Dennis. Kasulod na yun.
Yan, nakasulod. Thank you very much. Again, good morning. Then let's have, please close your cameras now. Let's have CI District participants. CI with Ma'am
Rose, Ma'am Benga, good morning.
CI. We're waiting for CI District participants. Si Ma'am Letty. Ma'am Benga is there. Who else from
Ma'am
CI?
Pacaldo, Sir Kadampog, and Ma'am Bangkong, sir.
Kumulong, please open the camera. We are happy to see CI Districts now in a face-to-face conference sa nitawag mood. Please
shared ano, sir.
Sir, social distancing, mga igsoon.
Si Ma'am Aida Pacaldo is there also. Okay, thank you very much, CI. You may close your camera now, CI District participants. Then let's proceed to Naga. Sige, Naga lang muna. Naga with Ma'am Unito.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. We have Sir.
All districts na, all the 3 districts are...
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, open your camera, Dr. Abona. Asa man sila?
Nandiyan na si Ma'am. Sir Agbona is open. Okay.
Then,
yes.
we have Dr. Laura Ronald.
Ma'am Laura, yes. Is it?
Darcy, good morning.
Yeah, Ma'am Ila Bagundol with Litik.
Manila.
Sir, okay.
Kita. Ambot asa day. Ambot asa atong kamera nga. Kani close mo pa niya. Kita ta wala. Oh.
Sige.
Small nakita. Okay, thank you very much, Naga. You may close now your your camera. Then let's go back to Kabasalan District. Kabasalan District, we are happy to see all of you, Sir Sai,
Jernin,
Ida,
Sir Sai, Ma'am.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Okay, thank you very much. Sister Belis, sa Manila sa Tunga. Okay. Ask Ma'am Virgie.
Yes, sir. Dili
Wala.
mo open. Dili mo open akong camera.
Wapa kayo, salamat.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Dong.
Okay, thank you very much, Kabasalan. You may close now your camera. Let's proceed to Ipil. Ipil District. We are happy to see also Ipil District in a conference mode or setup at Ipil SPED with Hope Quest. Ma'am Hope. Yeah. Dili makita, ma'am. Sayang. Daghan mo. And the rest of the Ipil participants, please open your camera. Ayan, nandiyan na ang Ipil District with Sir Boyet. Okay.
Hello, sir. Ipon na go. Present ni Tanan.
Thank you, Ma'am Hope. Thank you, Ate.
Thank you very much, Ipil. So let's proceed to Titay District participants. You may close now your camera, Ma'am Hope. Let's have Titay District participants. Please open your cameras. Sir Baldobe, Ma'am Imelda, we have Mama Lu.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, sir. Ma'am Imelda. Who else? Wala na?
Upat mi, sir.
Okay, so yes, no, okay, original pa man. We have Ma'am Bautista, Ana.
Tumamot, sir. Sir Alavaren and Sir Balduve.
Okay, so Sir Alabarin and Ma'am Tumamot, we cannot see your face. Anyway, thank you very much, Mamalo and Titay District participants.
Thank you, sir.
As Ma'am Barber is also there. You may close now your camera. Sir Albarin is there. Let's have now Artilim District participants. Ma'am Gumandao, it's your turn to open your camera. Yes, we have Sir Felix. We have Ma'am Gumandao. We have Sir Junro. We have Sir Gumandao Henrito. We have Sir Ma'am Pandindol. And we have Sir or Ma'am Modilia. Okay, we are happy to see all of you ready for today's conference. Thank you very much. And finally, the last district. You may close now your camera, Artilim District participant. And the last district is Tungawan District participant. Camera now.
Ayaw ma-open ang camera ko dito.
Sir Hannibal, Tungawan District. Terry Faustino, Ma'am Acela, and
Dwayne. Ayaw ma-open ang camera ko, Sir Dong.
Tingog ray ang magpadungog, Sir Boy. Anyway, for there, thank you very much for those with open camera. We have seen you, and we believe that you are very much willing for this. Thank you very much. Now, the participant from the division office.
Sir Dong, gikalimtan ang payaw.
Ay, sorry. Sir Marge, sorry, good gayo. Let's have payaw muna before the division office. So, Sir Mardy, we have mga gwapo raban ng payaw. Sir Gil, 3 districts of payaw, the central, east, and south. We have Ma'am Babal, we have Sir Chavez, we have Sir Jason, Sir Mardy, of course, and
Joy, good morning. Sir Lando.
Morning, sir. Thank you very much, Payaw Districts. Sorry, good guy. Na last mo. Last mo.
Thank you po.
Thank you. And let's move now Please open your camera, division office participants. Our education program supervisors, all our EFs, our Ma'am Grace, our admin officer. We have Sir Lloyd, Sir Ryan, Ma'am Luma, Ma'am Mary.
Good morning.
Yun ang mga beautiful and handsome faces now from the DO proper. These are also our participants and at the same time the presenter of the day. Thank you very much again. Sir Ad and Ma'am Jen, those are our participants for this fourth DIMANCOM. Thank you. I am turning over now the room to Sir Lloyd.
Thank you very much, Sir Rosmindo Ancheta Jr. for the checking of attendance. At this point, to establish clear agreed upon behavior in this virtual room, let us now listen to the Chief of the CID, Ma'am Evelyn F. Importante, for the setting of norms.
Session Superintendent, One,
Ma'am Evs, hindi po klaro yung audio niyo po.
Hala, oy, nga naman na. Kana.
Okay, that's good, ma'am. Go ahead.
So thank you very much, Sir Lloyd, to our Superintendent, Dr. Jeneline Aliman, to our ASDS, Sir Aurelio Santisas, our Chief, Sir Jerry Bukingkito, our Admin Officer, our Supervisors, our DICs, Section Heads, of course, our School Heads and Teachers present. Good morning. May I read to you the norms that we need to demonstrate in this conference. One is, please mute your microphone unless you wanted to ask or to clarify or to provide input or additional inputs to the speakers. And then number two, keep your hands off the keyboard. Ayaw sige palihog ug hikap-hikap pa kay masayop unya ka, maabri nimo ang mic and then ma-distract, no? So as much as possible, let's help each other to limit the distractions. Kay usahay na abri day nato niya nagsitag yaw-yaw niya nakadungog di ay ang tanan. So ayaw make sure nga maglantaw jud ka kanunay sa mic. So muna no, keep your hands off the keyboard. Next is stay seated and stay present para madunggan nato ang tanan and then kana bitang usahay mamangutana ta something about the discussion of the speaker pero di ay humana di ay to answered na di ay to. So please stay seated and stay present. And of course, we are encouraging you to take down notes. It's important to really have a notebook with us because sometimes there are things that we need to do nga malimtan nato. But when we open our notebook, if you have our notebook with us, we are guided of the things that are expected of us to perform. And most of all, don't leave if the meeting is not yet done. So, kanang respeto, no? And then most of all, especially nga, I know some of you with only one account, niya daghan siya, no? Actually, that was our request para dili kayo bugat. Makadungog dayon mo and then ang presentation dayon. So, please observe health protocols. So, that would be all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Evelyn. And now let's proceed to the DIMANCOM proper. And I will now give the floor to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent for Dr. Aurelio A. Santisas for the reading of and approval of minutes of the previous DIMANCOM. Sir, take it away.
Thank you, Lloyd. May I have the screen, Lloyd?
Yes po, sir. Go ahead po.
Okay. Makita na, Lloyd?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, once again, a pleasant morning to everyone, to our schools division superintendent, our chiefs, our heads of offices in the division office proper, all our district heads, school heads, and all other participants, the teachers, no, who are attending this fourth division management committee meeting. This is the minutes in your screen. Is the minutes of the third DIMANCOM, virtual DIMANCOM conducted last July 7, 2021 through virtual mode, and we were attended by more than 100 participants. Just would like to present to you our the agenda, various agenda discussed during that third DIMANCOM. So we have for number one agenda updates, no, from the Office of the Schools Division Superintendent, composed of the DIMANCOM updates, report on inventory on reusable SLM and other IMs, updates on procurement of quarter 1 and 2 SLMs, installation of PSDS for Alicia and Malangas, then implementation of the newly created districts and installation of designated district in charge. Then our accountant also provided us during that meeting updates from the accounting office, also by Ma'am Lagruma, then Ma'am Eileen provided us updates from the budget, and Ma'am Grace from admin, Ma'am Risa from supply, on again from RR, or Renz Ramos from personnel, and GKL from ICT. And the number 2 agendum, also updates from SGUD with the following discussions. Number 1 on closing program activities of school year 2020-2021, on the preparation of diploma certificates for our completers and graduates, then preparation for the opening of school year 2021-2022 classes. Then we also have updates from the research, LIS, EBIS, end of school year, school forms. Then we also
Hello, sir. Nawawala po kayo, sir.
Ado, nag-mute ka, Ado. Jekyll, baka naputol yung signal. Jekyll, paki-check daw doon. Baka naputol ang signal ni ASDS Antisas. Si ano?
ay, sorry mga kapatid, nawala ko na nag-fluctuate ang internet sa kong office. So I will no longer read to you the minutes of the third DIMANCOM. I'll just open the floor for any issues, concerns you would like to raise arising from the minutes. No, since the minutes was already provided to you yesterday, no, in our group chat. If you happen to read, no, and browse over the minutes, the contents of the minutes, please, you have seen and observed some issues, concerns regarding the contents of the minutes. Please just raise your that issue you have identified. Anyone? Nakabasa po ba lahat? Have you read the minutes? It was
Actually, Ado, parang ngayon ko palang na-send ang minutes. I sent it. Sorry.
So do we need to ma'am, to read the minutes?
No,
Hindi lang siguro, no?
Time, oo. Later
Anyway,
siguro.
all our other updates will be provided. Wala naman masyadong serious issues or concerns that was presented or raised or discussed during the third DIMANCOM for follow-up. Yung sa BLCP lang about SLMs, but that will be covered in our discussion this morning. So,
Motion?
Any, ano na lang?
I
Motion?
move.
Yes.
I move that we dispense the reading of the minutes for the third virtual DIMANCOM.
Any second? There is a motion to dispense the reading of previous minutes. Any second?
Second motion, sir.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded that the reading of the previous the minutes of the third DIMANCOM will be dispensed now. And so I will now present to you our agenda for this fourth DIMANCOM. Number one, we have updates from the three functional divisions composed of Office of the Schools Division Superintendent, and which includes the following updates from administrative matter to be presented to us by our AO5, Ma'am Grace Sugno, on the status of MOA downloading and utilization to be discussed to us by Dr. Jerry Sibugay, our SGOD Chief, and on the installation of Unified Information System by our I.T.O, Jikel Kadungog. That will be for the OSDS updates. Then for the CID, we have the following updates. ADM modules, this will be presented to us by our Chief of CID, Ma'am Evelyn Importante. Also, discussions on CID monitoring tool, LDM portfolio, and Brigada Pagbasa. And letter C for updates from the Schools Governance Operations Division, SGOD, which includes the following updates or discussion on Brigada Eskwela, school-based feeding program, to be discussed by our Chief, Sir Jerry. Then discussions also for our celebration of the World Teachers Day by Ma'am Alma, SEPS for HRD. Then enrollment guidelines to be discussed to us by our SEPS for Planning and Research, Glorife Clavero. Then that's the number one agendum. Then number two is DSR for our superintendent, which will focus the discussion on regional technical working group monitoring, headed by our new regional director. And number four is the presentation of the revised basic education learning continuity plan by yours truly. Number four, other matters. So we only have four main agendum. Number one, it has three sub components now as regards updates. So anything that you would like to add that you would like to be included in our discussion during this fourth DIMANCOM? If there's none, please may I solicit a motion for adoption of this agenda.
Excuse me,
move.
sir. No. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Si Sir Jerry po, sir, idungan na lang daw niya discuss ang status of MOOE downloading and utilization dito sa SGOD.
Okay, noted.
And same with Ma'am Alma, also ang presentation niya, si Sir Jerry po daw ang mag-discuss.
Okay, confused na lang.
Opo. And then also, Ma'am Bay is also asking for consideration. Tinatapos pa niya yung slides niya. So, kung pwede daw sa huli na lang po daw siya, sir.
Okay, sige. So that's noted. Thank you, Sir Lloyd. Any other requests or matters to be discussed, to be included in our discussion? Wala na po ba? Any motion for adoption?
I move for the adoption of all the agenda for this fourth DIMANCOM. Thank you.
Thank you, Kuya Joseph. Any second? Second, please.
I second the motion.
So it's been moved and seconded that the four various addendum for our discussions in the fourth DIMANCOM will be adopted and be deliberated and discussed. So I will now give the floor to our EO5, Administrative Officer 5, Ma'am Grace Hugno, for the presentation on updates from the administrative division or administrative matters. Take it away, Ma'am Grace.
Okay. To our very own Schools Division Superintendent, Superintendent Jeneline Aleman. To our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Aurelio Santisas. Our key officials in the division office, our school leaders, and to our teachers, my cordial greetings. For the admin updates, we have actually 6 slides only to limit this discussion, 6 slides. And so, to shorten, I'd like to start immediately on the first slides are with the assistance of the HR. The next slide. The next slide. And please put off your microphones. Next slides are. Next slide. On the records update. Records update. When we launch this DTRMS, this project, Data Tracking and Records Management System, our main purpose is actually to streamline the process of submission of all documents, submission and receipt, while ensuring that no documents will be declared missing, and to put premium on the safety of our teachers by not allowing our teachers to come to the division office, because the submission will be district initiated. However, we actually expect some pitfalls here, and so we would like to emphasize again, as we continuously improve, that submission of documents should not be by piecemeal, because that is our observation now. You are submitting by piecemeal. So no piecemeal submission of documents, and all these documents should be indicated with a tracking number, with a tracking code, and however bulk the documents are submitted, that should only bear one tracking code. For example, applications for leave. So there are several teachers who are applying for leave. So that should only
Ma'am Grace, nawala po kayo, ma'am.
Tesa day. Dili lagi matingog mo.
All right, so I'm sorry for the technical glitch. So, Ma'am Grace,
Yes, I'm really sorry.
is now back in our virtual room.
The signal was lost. Okay, so as I was saying, I'd like to continue. Saka pa sa conference hall. I'd like to continue. As I said, however bulk are the documents you are submitting, that must bear of the same classification. That must bear one tracking code only. So kung leave, for example, leave, isa lang ka tracking code. You do not put many tracking codes for the same classification of documents. Okay? And we'd also like to emphasize that in order to protect our teachers from this virus, they don't have to come to the division office and submit the documents. So we would like to reiterate the district office or district supervisor should designate a liaison officer, either the administrative officer 2 of the district or the bookkeeper or whoever is available to be designated as liaison to hand carry all these hard copies to the division office. So we will no longer allow teachers to come to the division office just to hand carry all these documents. So we will only have liaison officer and an alternate in the district office. Okay? Next. Next slides are, wala ko ng slide. Let's go to the personal updates. Number 1 is actually the clarification on DepEd Order number 56 Series 2021. I know you have already read all these DepEd orders. It actually refers to the computation of the proportional vacation pay. Earlier, DepEd has issued DepEd Order number 44, computing 59 days of the PVP. And that was repealed, and they have issued again because that was rescinded, because that was not actually the correct computation. If we reckon the service of the teacher starting June 1 to July 10 as the closing date. So they issued DepEd Order number 56 to clarify the computation of 80 days PVP. However, again, another clarification will be issued very soon as far as DepEd Region 9 is concerned. Because as far as Region 9 is concerned, we actually requested for the extension of the closing date. And so we extended the services rendered was actually from June 1 to July 16. So another clarification will be issued by DepEd Central Office, specifically for Region 9 only. So the computation of the PBB is actually, you are to hold pending the computation until the clarification will be issued. Okay? Next, the reiteration on the submission of salaries for newly hired salary differentials by district on or before the 10th day of the month. This one is very crucial. This office has been receiving complaints because of the delay in the payment of these salaries and differentials of the teachers. Recently also, I was instructed by the superintendent to find out who is liable in the delay of these salaries, payment of these salaries, and what causes the delay of these salaries. I have not reported yet to the superintendent, but I have conducted focus group discussions. I called with the personnel section. I also met with the accounting, the budget, the cashier, and there are other staff that I have to meet yet. But basic in the findings will reveal that the delay in the submission is actually caused by the submission made, caused by the district offices. We would like to reiterate that the submission should be on the 10th day on or before the 10th day of the month, of every month, no, the succeeding month in the division office. Failure to submit a day delay in the submission will already cause the delay in the payment of regular payment of these salaries. So this is the reason why some teachers are actually complaining, and we have to admit that. But of course, we also have share. We would like to also share the causes of this. We had a share of this cause of these delays. So teachers will go to 888 and complain. But I'd like to call upon all the teachers here. Please hear me out, teachers. The reason why we created GCs for the teachers is for all of you to raise your issues and concerns in the GCs, and directly our attention will be called through the GCs. You don't have to go to 888 because immediately we can act on your request provided you use the GCs, or you can call us because we have actually provided you the telephone numbers of the different functional divisions in this office and the sections. We have laid down the telephone numbers, cell phone numbers of the personnel section to be able to effectively deliver the services immediately to you. So I'd like to call upon again to the teachers that whatever complaints you have, whatever issues and concerns you have, please make it or raise it directly to us. Raise it to the right forum. Now, where is the right forum? It is only in the division which is the right forum, but not in the 888. Okay? Next slide. Next slide. Next slide are. Okay, I'd like to continue. Part of in the personal update is actually issue on GSIS remittances deficiencies. We have these deficiencies in the remittances of our GSIS remittances. Now, the office, pursuant to the order coming from the regional office and from the central office, it mandated the creation of a technical working group to work on, to reconcile all deficiencies of GSIS remittances. So actually, the reconciliation will start in the year 1997 to present. In fact, to 2019 and to present. So in this particular issue, we'd like to call the attention of the IUs, particularly the heads, the school heads, and the bookkeepers, because as far as division office is concerned, we are already working. We have constituted the technical working group. We have started working on it. In fact, we have already written the GSIS to specify what particular months or dates have we faltered in the submission and the remittance of our premiums. So I also would like to call the attention of the school heads and the bookkeepers of the IUs to do the same. We are going to reconcile, and definitely we will be looking at the liabilities, whoever is causing the non-submission of this non-remittance of these GSIS premiums will also be liable, no, for the non-submission, non-remittance of these GSIS remittances. Personal share, for as long as there is a personal share of the teacher, it automatically understandable that there is also this government share. Nawala ko sa tempo ba? So it's really very important that we are going to reconcile, because indeed there are deficiencies noted. There are those teachers whose records in the GSIS are deficient as far as remittances are concerned. And so we are going to correct that. So this is a memorandum coming from the division, the region, the DepEd Central Office and the regional office. So IUs should constitute your own TWG to be able to reconcile all these deficiencies of remittances. Next, on the issue of monetization, by virtue of transparency, we would like also to inform that for those who are qualified to apply for monetization, you can submit your application, because we are now accepting. And this application, whatever computations that will be given to you, will be forwarded or transmitted to DBM for the request of funding. No, that is as far as monetization is concerned. Okay, next are supply updates. We go to the supply update. So we have this distribution of disinfectant materials and PPE supplies, and we have this SIM card distribution also. And as far as this one is concerned, we have only 14 districts that have been that have received all the SIM cards. You know, the SIM cards, I hope everyone is updated on the purpose of the SIM cards and how we are going to go about this, and that this is a project of the central office providing us 34 gig to be used in our, like for example, when we have virtual conferences here, or for the teachers themselves, they can use that during virtual classes. So, and you have to register that SIM card with the Department of Education. The DepEd, upon acknowledgement, they would acknowledge our registration, and then that is the time when we operate. We are not allowed to operate our 34 gigabyte. No. So next, for the supply, I'd like to present the status of submission of PPE reports, PPE inventory reports by district. And if we look at the slides, the next slides are, yes, we'd like to congratulate CI and Talusan districts for submitting 100% of the PPE inventory report. So, makashocking, no? Pero yes, a clap for that, no? And the rest, although we have Buog, we have only one school that has not submitted, and I think Payao also one, and Malangas, I think one, but the rest almost at the 90%, 86%. And this particular report is actually an amazing report. Amazing because it covers the entire PPE asset of the division of Zamboanga Sibugay, which as far as these reports are concerned, we actually have an asset of 5.2 billion pesos. 5.2 billion pesos. 1.7 is coming from the LGU counterpart, LGU funds. Other assets are funded by PTAs, other assets funded by barangay, and other fund sources like DepEd Central Office, Regional Office, DPWH, etc. But at the total, the overview is actually 5.2 billion pesos. Now, as far as our AOM is concerned, we are only short of 397 million lang daw, 397 million. But this time we are presenting to the auditor a total of 5.2 billion. But that is only up to 74.31% submission pa. So it may still go up, the amount may still go up beyond the 5.2 billion pesos. So as far as fidelity, this is the last issue actually on fidelity bond application. We'd like to remind our school heads who are applying for fidelity bonds that in case passwords will not be provided by the BTR, Bureau of Treasury, you can just click the forget password and create your own password. No? Because these passwords are actually generated by the BTR. But the moment you are not provided, and it will incur delays in the application of fidelity bonds, you might just click the forget password and create your own password. So I think that's all. I'd like to end with this very particular quotation, and I'd like to say, and I quote, "If at the end of the day you can say before God and before man that the salary you have received is equivalent to the service you have rendered, then you are an honest man." Thank you and good morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ma'am Grace, our very dynamic, active administrative officer. Thank you for all that very informative inputs you have given us. Then we will now proceed. Any questions so far? Any queries? Just feel free to open your microphone for those of you who has queries, questions, comments from the presentation of our Administrative Officer 5. There's none? Silence means none? Just open your mic and camera for you to be recognized if you have some concern. So wala po. So there's none. So we'll now proceed to the presentation on the status of MOA downloading and utilization to be given to us by our SGD Chief, Dr. Jerry C. Bukingkido. Virtual clap for Kuya Jerry. Kuya Jerry, please, you can have the floor. You can have the room.
Sir, according to him, he will discuss that topic later during his discussion also sa Brigada Eskwela and School-Based Feeding Program.
Okay, so that's noted.
So the next discussant now will be Sir Jekyll.
Sir Jekyll. So we'll give the virtual room to Sir Jekyll. Our awesome boy, Sir Jekyll, you have the floor.
Jake? Ako na, sir? Ikaw na. Hello, Sir Lloyd. Good morning.
Yes, sir, Jekyll, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Ayan, okay. Sir Lloyd, maklaro na ba ang presentation? Pakita na?
Yes, sir. Okay na po.
Ayan. With my respect to our Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Jeneline Aliman, and to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Aurelio Santisas, to our chiefs, Sir Ma'am Evelyn and Sir Jerry, and the rest of the education program supervisors, and to our PSDSS and school heads who are joining this virtual DIMANCOM. Good morning to all. So this morning, I'll be presenting some of the updates coming from the ICT section, which is relative to the implementation of different information systems. So my presentation, I just only have three major topics to be discussed. Okay, first is the Zamboanga Sibugay single sign-on facility. Second, personal information system. And the last one is the learner management information system. So these are the information systems to be implemented down to school level, because it needs an interaction between the system and our teachers and also our personnel, not only in the school level but also same as with division personnel also. So first is the division single sign-on facility. So this single sign-on facility has the capability to, or why before that, why we implement this single sign-on facility. First is that in order to secure our information and access of information abiding the Data Privacy Act. So the basic concept or the aims of this single sign-on facility, first is reduces password fatigue. So we implemented different information systems, and all information systems, you have your login credentials. And if you have five, we implemented five, just like example, five information systems, and then you need to remember your password, five password for that information system. So in order to reduce the password fatigue, we implemented this single sign-on facility. Actually, we issued the division memo regarding us to the effect of this facility. The second one, simplify username and password management. So basically, we utilize our DepEd email as our username and password. So once we are we have the active DepEd email, that is our key for the single sign-on facility. And the third one is improve identity protection. So basically, hindi sino-sino lang pwede makapasok sa facility natin kung hindi po taga DepEd. Okay? Dapat po taga DepEd siya. So this is the first phase, and the second phase is dapat taga Sibugay siya. Yung DepEd email niya is under the organizational unit of Sibugay, Zamboanga Sibugay. But then there are some DepEd accounts under Zamboanga Sibugay na hindi pa siya na-transfer from the main domain, which is DepEd, down to Zamboanga Sibugay OU. So yun yung hindi pa na-implement. But then, you cannot access the single sign-on facility if wala kang DepEd email. And the last one is improve system security. Why? Because with the single sign-on facility, we are very sure that that account is under DepEd domain, and we can assure also that those accounts entered to the system, we can validate, and mayroon pong nakalag, mayroong logs na recorded yung pag-entry, pagpasok niya sa system po natin. And this single sign-on facility, it houses all the information system. So halimbawa, si division ng Zamboanga Sibugay implemented 5 information system. All you have to do is to remember your account, DepEd email account, and if your email account registered to any system implemented, automatically it will show on your dashboard that you can access that certain system. So pag wala namang nakalagay doon na system, meaning yung email mo or your account mo, yung DepEd email account mo, hindi pa siya registered to any of the systems implemented. So yun yung kagandahan why we have this single sign-on facility. And meron pong tatlong steps, 3 easy steps to access the SSO. Okay? First is basically, you're going to visit the DepEd Zamboanga Sibugay /SSO. So if you're going to type directly the name of the system, pag hindi ka pa nakalogin sa SSO, automatically po siya mag-log out, and you will go back to this DepEd Zamboanga Sibugay /SSO po. So ayan, isa lang po ang tatandaan natin, ito sa DepEd Zamboanga Sibugay /SSO. So sa lahat ng system, the future systems na i-implement ng division, titingnan natin kung nandun yung email natin sa system na yon. All we have to do is to visit the SSO, and automatic po lalabas yung system kung saan tayo pwede makapag-interact or saan tayo pwede as user of that certain system. So first step, yan lang po, visit the SSO, and the second one, step 2 is pag-visit natin siya, may nakalagay dyan, let's get started, sign in with DepEd email. So DepEd email lang po ang tatanggapin. If you're going to log in, hindi po siya DepEd email, may mag-error po siya. So that is the first level of the security we implemented in all information systems, abiding the Data Privacy Act. Kasi kailangan talaga, we need to secure the data. Kasi medyo marami na yung data ngayon sa server ng division. So kailangan natin ito siya i-implement. Okay? So click natin yung sign in with DepEd email. And then we are going to supply our active DepEd email. So I think all of us very familiar with this interface. And yun po, yun yung last step. Then pag active yung DepEd email natin, automatic po ito yung lalabas sa SSO. You have automatic po natin makikita yung name at saka email, active. So kung wala kang active DepEd email, hindi ka talaga makapasok sa interface na to. So wala kang makikita ng ganitong interface. So if you notice in your screen, 4 na button for the information system portal. So since ako yung admin of this information system, makikita ko sa 4. Pero pag hindi ka pa user of any of the system, just like yung sa mga school head po natin, yung DepEd email nyo associated with the Project Awesome. So makikita nyo lang dyan is only access Project Awesome lang ang makikita. Okay? But in the long run, we anytime this month, we are going to implement the personal information system. So automatic po lahat ng teachers, lahat ng school heads, lahat tayo sa division, teaching and not teaching, lalabas po yung access personal information system. So we are just preparing this personal information system kasi mayroon siyang connection with the LMIS that we are going to implement sa enrollment. Okay? So click mo natin yung any buttons nandiyan naka-display sa screen niyo, and you can access any of those system. Okay? So yun po yung sa single sign-on facility, and pag nakalimutan natin yung password, mayroon tayong DepEd email service facility na nasa website. You can access that one, and we are going to process your request. Okay. Okay, so next is about the personal information system. Ito yung system, no, most likely or may kahawig po siya. So sa EHRIS po natin sa central office. But that EHRIS, no, sa central office hindi pa siya reactivated, no, under the implementation of DERPS. So in order for us to gather certain data, no, that maybe, no, needed for decision making of our management, so we have this now information system, no? And anytime of this ano po, this month we are going to launch, no, this system. So madali lang po siya, no? At yung concept po ng system na to, since we have our PDS, no, so nandun po yun, we're going to entry, no, lahat ng data under our PDS, and we embedded a ano po, yung school assigned and subject load. So these are the basic information, no, mostly na kailangan from the field, no, for decision making of our management. Kung anong subject or anong subject tinuturuan ni teacher, or anong grade level, no, yung tinuturuan ni teacher. So with that, we can easily generate any data, no, sa lahat po ng teachers. And this PIS po, mayroon po siyang major modules, yung sa right side po, yung personal trainings and planning. Yung sa personnel, kasali na dito yung service record. So each of the user, non-teaching and teaching personnel, you can access, no, your service record, no, sa system. And if those service records kailangan ng signature, si division office na mag-generate through the personnel, meron pong dashboard, no, si personnel dito. So for the end user, makikita lang natin yung service record. Including also by second phase, no, hindi po sa ma-embed, no, this year, hopefully by next year, yung sa payroll po natin, hopefully, no. We're just praying for that, that we can reconcile the records from the personnel also and the payroll, no? Following the payroll system, yung ginamit natin. So yun, kailangan lang natin siya i-reconcile. And for the trainings also, no, halimbawa si DepEd sa Sibugay nagkandak ng training, so hindi na kailangan ni teacher i-encode doon sa PDS niya yung training na yun, automatic na yun siya registered. So these are the second phase na take effect siya, no, by next year hopefully, no? Okay, so yung trainings na yan. And also for the planning, at actually itong school assignment and subject load, no, partly of the data gathering of the planning na siya. So but on the planning side, no, nagka-craft kami ngayon. The next presentation will be about the learners management information system. Okay, so ayan. Since we are on the launching of this, so nasa personnel pa lang kami, no, yung module. Okay, so ito yung user interface ng PIS po natin, no. Basically, yung personal data profile, yung BDS po natin diyan, no. Ito yung automatically magpa-prompt siya, no. And automatically it will ask you to change your password, no. We will assign temporary password. And also you need to supply all this basic information of this system po. Okay, nasa PDS lang po natin to, so hindi na kailangan mabusisi yung proseso nito. So mayroon na tayong reference doon sa PDS. Okay, ito po siya yung mukha. So quick ano lang siya, teaser of the PIS, no, interface. Yan, yung subject, ito yung subject to, tsaka yung yung grade level, no, tinuturuan ni teacher. Okay, so within this month po, makikita natin when we are going to log in our SSO, makita natin itong system na to, PIS, access PIS. So we can enjoy, you know, the system. And with this manner po, we can easily generate data. It's only one click, we can generate the data po. So no need for us to call the attention of our PSDS, call the attention of our school heads, no? As long as yung mga teachers po natin nakapag-entry or nakapag-accomplish na po ng data na kailangan dito sa system. So with this, we can help our management to decide or any decision making, no, for future projects for the improvement of our education po. And last one, pasensya na sa boses, no? Last one is about learner management information system. Since meron pong nakapag-issue si Central Office ng modified learner yung survey, yung MLESF, okay? So, this learner management information system, we can capture the accomplished MLESF kasi kailangan din natin yung data nito. And also, you can generate school forms, no? Yung pwede lang ma-generate po natin. So sa end po ng teacher. So kailangan lang po siya i-implement natin una yung PIS bago yung LMIS po. But rest assured, we are moving, no, heaven and earth, no, na kailangan talaga ma-implement to siya kasi ito yung kailangan na data from division to RO to CO po. So, si Central Office nag-issue ng process of the MLESF, pero medyo tedious, no? Tedious yung proseso. So, the other sa last, no, I think that was Monday, I think. We called the attention of some personnel, no, coming from the field to help us to develop a encoding tool, no, for this MLESF. Okay. So with this system, no, we can it can consolidate the MLESF, no, for LIS encoding. So yung mga LIS encoders natin, hindi na sila mahirapan, no, to consolidate yung enrollment po. And also, since hindi po lahat ng school natin mayroong internet connection, so we are using this offline-online method. So, siyempre, pag offline, encoding po siya. So, we are using Excel. So, if you notice, some of the information system na na-implement po natin, mayroon pong offline and online method po siya. Okay? So, as of the status of this time, no, ongoing po yung crafting ng offline encoding tool. So, hopefully, matapos namin siya within this week and we can test immediately and we can disseminate the encoding tool sa field para magamit ng mga teachers po. Right? So, that's all for the ICT section. If you have concern or ICT concern, just email me, no, at my different email, and we'll try, no, our best to answer all your queries po. Once again, good morning po sa lahat. Sir Marag.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you so much. Our Osamboy of Sambonga Sibugay, Sir Jekyll, for the presentations on the different information systems. It really facilitated, no, all our transactions, especially the newly launched BIZAMs. It was really very helpful, and as presented by Ma'am Grace kanina, it really has an impact, no? Nakita natin yung impact or result of that system, no? And all other systems, the single sign-on, for our security, yung sa ating DTRMS, no, data tracking management system. And soon there will be more information systems that will be launched, no, for our use in the division office. That will be of the division-wide use. So thank you. The floor is now open for your questions, queries. If you have, just open your camera and microphone for you to raise your question. Anyone? Anyone? silence means none. So we can now proceed with the next item and next sub item under updates from OESDS, from updates from CID. Okay. Let's now give the floor to our CID chief, Ma'am Evelyn F. Importante. Ma'am Evelyn, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay.
My morning greetings to our superintendent, our assistant superintendent, our SGOD chief, to all my brothers and sisters of the division office, to my CID family, to our school heads and teachers. First, let me share to you some updates, information, and reminders from the Curriculum Implementation Division. Starting, would like to inform you that for this school year, Ma'am Grace Leda will take charge of the JDBP, Ma'am Gina Lihaw to take charge senior high school, multi-grade, Ma'am Mona Lisa Babiera. For mother tongue, we have Ma'am Jenny Docil. Of course, SPED, Ma'am Lilian Damaso. For our iPad ADM, we have Ma'am Rosemary Jocares. For our kinder, Gaya on Air, iRead, Ma'am Estrelieta Peña. I think there are other tasks that I need to mention. Okay, for the task of Ma'am Peña, and then for our ELLN and GSP, Ma'am Rosario Tagotilla. And of course, for us, we have Sir Judito Gumandao. Next is, we also would like to remind you of the implementation of our Project BP de Sibugay. Ma'am S. Peña already shared this documents to all of you through a memorandum, and she also shared something to a document, also a reminder, mga dates to dates to remember in the group chat of all our PSDSS. So to mention, August 16 to 20, start of the Project BP at the school level. So we are now August 17, so it is expected that you are now starting to implement Project BP at the school level. And then August 23 to 27, the PSDS and the DIC or the DIC and their team will now conduct the visit to all the schools. And then this team will recommend to the division office their entries to the division competition for the Project BP de Sibugay. August 30 to September, we have SDL will now validate the winning or evaluate the winning or the entry per district. And then September 6 to 18, the division team will now start to appraise the videos and narrative documentation. September 10 will be the proclamation of winners. September 25, the awarding of the winners for our division Project BP. Next is, we also would like to remind you to look for that memorandum for Project BP de Sibugay and the search for most functional school LRMS implementers and most functional school in learning resource portal utilization. That was issued August 9, 2021. That is Division Memorandum 254. Next is our LDM. Okay. Let me share. Nakita na? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so this is now our updates of our ADM modules as of yesterday. So if you look up the template, the first column is grade level, and then we have the ADM modules procured by the division office. and the percentage of procurement based on February 21 enrollment, and then the ADM modules to be printed in the school level, and then the ADM modules not available as of this time. So if you look at the column under modules not available, gamay-gamay na lang gyud siya. However, kutob lang siya sa grade 10. So we are praying that modules for the senior high school will be uploaded to the portal anytime this week. Okay, now perhaps you already have started to print the modules, and you will notice nga kanang grade 1 to grade 3 sa atong K to 12 kanang mga subjects nga MAPE, kanang AP, kanang ESP, unsa pa na math, these are taught using our own language in mother tongue, which is Sinugboanong Binisaya. However, the ADM modules that we have right now is in Filipino. I guess masabtan raman pud na siguro sa mga bata kay with the technology that we have right now, na atay daghang mga TV, so masabtan ra gyud na kaayo nila. Okay? So baka matingala mo. But definitely kanang atong module sa MTB, which is a subject mother tongue based, will definitely be in mother tongue. Meaning, we are going to use our GIA for MTB. Right now, our team of writers and quality assurance are working hard to give you the best, to give you the best or kanang acceptable modules for our MTB. So with the kindergarten. Kasi if you look at, if you're going to use the kinder for kinder modules, medyo mahirapan sila. So we are looking for a material which is kanang asa komportable ang atong mga kabataan. And then if you notice, naatay daghan nga gi-procure na. However, siguro nakasabot man tanong nga duna tay procurement process. Although abdi kay ta sa nga tanan sa dihang naa na dayon ang mga modules, dali-dali dayon mi nga naghimo sa PR, and then gipa-approve dayon, gi-work dayon pud. Ha?
Earthquake, magawas ni.
Naglinog? Ha? Unya ako, naglinog daw. Naglinog? Ha?
Nag-vibrate pa.
Kanang, Ma'am Jen?
Wala gawas na, ma'am.
Nakanabantay ka?
Nailinog? Wala na? Wala na.
Nag-vibration mo gamay ka.
Oh, so,
Wala man naglinog.
ay, kulbaan po ko. Uy, ganoon ko. I'm sorry. Sige. Ay, Lord. Okay? So, if makita ninyo, nga, I hope you understand nga natay kanang procurement process, dili ni siya madali kay Ma'am Aliman will help us explain siguro about the bidding process or the procurement process, or nga dili siya basta-basta magawas ta. Ma'am, munaog sa daw ko, ma'am. Okay, sorry, munaog bi kay murag linog.
Wala, sige ma'am, naog sa gyud mo.
Naog sa. Sandali magawa sa amin. Kay Juan.
Dapat nagkiriring na si Paing. Wala pa nagkikiriring.
There was already ringing of the bell.
Ana. Si Kuana, si Aliman. Si Kuana to, si Paing.
Gawas ta.
Kadungog lang mo nila? Wala man.
Hello sir, wala na manggod kay naglinog.
Nanaga, ato sa ubos.
To ana sila sa ubos na nguan. Nagtapok.
Nakita ni mo lang?
Yes, dear. Nasa group chat sa kuan o. Kanang Sambuanga Sibugay 2021. To ana sila sa gate na nag-helmet
Sambuanga
na
Trains.
ani.
Sambuanga Trains na, Sibugay, Naga.
Si Ma'am Jenny.
Ay! May naging wa kumanto di ay pud atong.
Sa inyo ka na lang kwan?
Hilom na kayo. Nanagan pa siguro sila. Jason!
Sa inyo ka ng group?
Good.
Napindot sa television. Napakay eh.
Felix, may linog diha.
Pasiga ang suga! Pasiga ang suga!
Mana, mana? Bro, Anibal. Kasi gipalong nimo.
Suga.
Uy, unsa na nahitabo? Ganituan man, ang linog man.
Okay. So let's continue mga igsuon.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I will not just read this one, no? Tagsa-tagsa kay will take time man. I will just post this updates on the group chat of the PSDSS and DICs. So next will be about the LDM, no? LDM portfolio. Actually, kana diha sa atong LDM, natay daghan mga materials nga balasohon. And there are two types or category. Kadjut sa akay, saba pa sila. Maigsuon, dinaya taon yung There are two categories of portfolio artifacts. We have the required artifacts, which covers the standard work that you do, and then the self-artifacts, which are those that you might consider having it. And we also have this, this is not an exhaustive list, meaning you may add artifacts from your work that will better illustrate your learning and application of the course. Now, naa dinhi no sa LDM portfolio, inyo na siyang maskan, naa siya dinha nakasulat gyud tanan LDM portfolio for teachers. This was actually presented by I will just post this no kay malangay kaayo ta kung tagsa-tagsaon ta kay mura na pud tag nag-discuss about LDM portfolio. So siguro para dili kay ta malangay aning LDM, which is naglibog ang tanan apil sad me, we will just post this documents in the group chat of our group chat sa PSDS and the DICs. Okay, so it's good because the submission of the documents no na postpone man siya, it is extended up to August 25. So we still have time to work for that. So later on after my session, I will post this in the group chat. Okay. So next is